first ever steps in New Brunswick.
This is Bathurst, New Brunswick. I mean, seriously, this is it. All of it. The fifth largest city in the province. Imagine Ireland with 4/5 of its population gone. That's New Brunswick. These are regular opening hours for a restaurant. This place is open late. And the only place we've been able to find that's actually open like a bar was this. Absolutely packed to bursting every night, despite the service definitely not rushing things. Or maybe because. But you don't come here for the city. You come here for the beach. So, pack some petrol in the boot of your car, grab your swimmers, and let's go check out the 5 best beaches around Bathurst. And the bottommost of those is Pokeshaw. Looks wonderful in the pictures. Just take a look on whatever social media you're using. But from close up, oh dear, it's crawling with seagulls and cormorants and other birds and bird poop. So you've got nowhere to sit. You can't go in the water. And these are your facilities. Well, no, thank you, but no, if it's all the same. Next up, Petit Rocher. And you can tell straight away, I was having a bit of a bad day and lost a whole day's worth of footage. So it has a car park, a playground and good facilities. Here is some substitute footage from Maisonette.
The seafront okay, but where's the beach?
Not much of a beach, about this much. And the amount and the smell of seaweed, here is some replacement footage, is simply unbelievable. Right, number 3, Beresford. Bad day continues, but I have some of it. And again, not exactly your golden sands. You won't look for seaweed here either. It's a bit of a theme around the Bay de Chaleur, the heat bay. It was more the heat that we found lacking. Car park, facilities and playground though. You'll have to take my word for it. Okay, we're getting there. Number 2, Youghall Beach. That one is actually in Bathurst, and hey, good news, I managed to hang on to the footage. It wasn't love at first sight.
There's crabs. It's cold and it has seaweed.
But when we came back on a sunny day, it was good. Popular with the locals. One thing is, the current is not to be toyed with. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go! 3 meters of the shore, shooting past us. This is it. This is what it felt like, but this is the actual speed. Otherwise, large car park, good facilities, snack shop and even some volleyball courts. And yeah, of course there's seaweed, plenty thereof, but it's kind of more user-friendly. And hey, Gremlin seems to have started a trend here. Just don't come back in the evening trying for some stargazing. The local chapters of Anglers United with Floodlights will beat you to it. Alright. Number 1. The Grande Anse. Finally, golden sand, emerald water, and hey, no seaweed, or next to none. Wonderful beach. If not much of it left at high tide. It has car park, facilities, and even changing rooms. But you have to pay, except on one day in the summer, the 15th of August, which takes us to today's history bit, cause I know you couldn't wait. Well, it's time for a parade. The thing to do is to wear and or carry the tricolor with a star. This being the flag of Acadia, and it being August the 15th, the Acadian national holiday. A few weird things about that. Acadia was the very first part of New France, set up in 1604, but not here in Nova Scotia. It lasted about 100 years, during which time there was no such thing as a French flag. If there was, it would be the royal fleur-de-lis, as the tricolor only came about during the French Revolution. So it's all a bit mixed up. In its short lifetime, Acadia changed hands between the French and the English some 11 times, so the people here learned to just mind their fields and their cows and not to get involved with politics. Except that politics got involved with them, as the tensions between France and England rose during the 1700s. Neutral French, just across the border of New England, could not be tolerated. Starting in 1755, courtesy of Francis Nicholson, this gentleman here, Queen Anne's pet, the Acadians were deported, mostly to the New England colonies south of Nova Scotia. Some of them remained in Louisiana. Some went back to France, but didn't fit in. In the end, most of them returned some 20 or 30 years later, by which time their farms and fields have been given to the United Empire Loyalists fleeing from the newborn US, which is how they ended up en masse in northwestern New Brunswick, which includes Bathurst. The irony of fate being that the center of Acadian culture today is the city called Moncton, named, with a typo, after this man, Robert Moncton, instrumental in both the fall of Acadia and the deportations. Can you hear that giggle of history? Or is it just me?
Oh, bubbles. I mean, it's certainly something they take serious, isn't it?
So much for Bathurst then, and once again, it's time to move on. Where shall we go in the beautiful New Brunswick? Gremlin on the road.
Serves him right.
That's a bit mean, Mom. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you for that.
You do know that you're on record, right?
Yes, I do. Of course.
Good for you.
Good for me. Why, 'cause I'm an idiot?
No. Continue going.
Okay, I'm on the beach with my daughter, but all my daughter does is lie in the sand and all she ever does, rolls over,